Hello, I'm Casey Maloney, and I just got a bunch of paintings back in my possession that I haven't seen in a while. So we're gonna have an unboxing video. So I need a painting from the box. Pause. Well, we get a box. Well, I have to edit. Sure you can handle those? Be very gentle with them.
Yeah.
Don't scrape them. Don't scrape them against the other paintings. My assistant is fetching the painting for me. Oh. First off, we have Chart House. Is that in the frame? This is the second in my restaurant series of paintings. It was Joe's Crab Shack. After Chart House, then it's all torn down now, and it's a bunch of townhouses, condos or something that are going up there now. And they ruined it! And that's Chart House, so that's nice to have that back. Let's see what else is in the box.
I'm just gonna do some that's in bubble wrap.
That makes it more fun for unwrapping.
We're missing special bubble wrap.
We have to unwrap this. So here we have this is Sooths the Third. He was an ancient I want to say Angolian, but it's not Angolian.
Wait,
Aleutian king or emperor or something from BC times, I believe. And this was a bronze bust of him that I saw a picture of, and I just painted the picture. But this is like my first oil painting, and it was good practice. And his beard and the bronze or whatever was very fun to paint, and I always liked this painting. And that's Sooths the Third. So that's nice. Nice to have him back. Next.
ooh, your favorite. Next up, the do not touch.
This one is actually called Graining. And they had it hung upside down apparently, because the name tag was upside down just now when I got it back. But this is Graining. This was a start of a series of paintings where I deconstruct the paintings into just basic form, texture, color, luminosity, and I call it graining because the colors obviously are very Simpsons-esque, and because it reminds me of Matt Groening's comic Love is Hell with Akbar and Jeff, I believe their names are, where everyone's separate, but in the end panel they always are in love again. So this is the last panel where they join together again. And this is the predecessor to RGB and others of that. Like, if you guys know my work at all. So So that one's nice and pretty, very shiny. And it's called Do Not Touch as well because I put it in the fair and called it Do Not Touch because I didn't want people touching it, because you really want to touch it when you see it because it's all painty. But also because these guys are not allowed to touch, except for that one. Next! I don't know where I'm going to put all these.
That's hard. A masterpiece. I'm just gonna be zoomed on it and on it the whole time, okay? So hard to see.
This one's called Adventure Ship. So it says there, Adventure Ship, if you could read that. This is the playground at Thiel Park, which is right behind my house and where my daughter and her friends go to play. So I sat at the picnic table and I painted the playground, which is also a series of paintings and drawings I did. But this is the best one, so that's why it gets a frame and was on display. But it's very pretty. And this is one of the rare ones where I actually did everything on location in plein air instead of working there and then working in the studio. So nice to have that one back too. I think I've sent some postcards of this to people, so some of you may know it. It's famous.
That's your favorite one. I have no idea.
And the sculpture in that's called Making Lemonade. Maybe Scarlett can tell us about the sculpture and what it means.
Here is, I don't know the name.
This is Golden China. And this was the first of my restaurant paintings, oil paintings on location, finished in the studio. But this is another one where everything's pretty much all gone. That's kind of why I do them, because they're about to be destroyed or taken away, so it's like a end-of-life portrait of the restaurants, I think. And so that's Golden China. I actually went there to paint Acapulco, which would be here, but they had torn that down already. And now this beautiful eucalyptus tree is all gone. They chopped all that down too. But this one's pretty good. I'm not sure about the composition of it, but it was a good starting one. What do you think of it, Scarlett? She likes it. That's good. Not my favorite, but pretty good. You're my favorite?
No, I know your favorite.
You're my favorite.
Come on.
See it? You can see the likeness here. So this is interesting. I guess they called it a Arroyo Verde study, but this was the watercolor study I did for this painting behind me.
Wait,
You can
move it.
see.
Move it. So they can see this.
So this is where I went and stood in the bushes at Arroyo Verde and started just trying it out. But from this I learned that I couldn't fit everything into a portrait size or a landscape size, so I had to do the square. And so this was the seed for that. And while I painted this, there were two girls sitting in the tree talking about boys and stuff. And they said I looked super cool. So it was a good day. So that turned into that. A long road. Next!
More bubble wrap. And I cannot see this. We don't know the name.
This one's special. People seem to like this one the most out of my paintings, I think. This is a very early painting. I think it was like 2016 maybe. It's acrylic, it's Golf and Stuff. I call it Castle, but I think I'm gonna change the name to Golf and Stuff, because I like that better. This is acrylic on canvas. It was one of my first attempts. And I went there and I painted outside Golf and Stuff, and people would slow their cars down and look at me like I was a crazy person. But it was worth it.
Tell them about the other painting that they just did.
On the wall.
Yeah.
And now, this fits in with all the other restaurant paintings and landmarks because they changed it. Now they painted a dragon on the front, chasing a knight with a princess. And it doesn't look good anymore. And they ruined it! That's my theme of these paintings. They ruined it! That's Golf and Stuff. Very pretty. This one I really focused on high contrast, light and dark. And I would like to do more nighttime paintings, but it's hard to do nighttime paintings because it's hard to paint at night. Next!
Last but not
They're
least.
dusty.
I mean, no, not last but not least. Second to last. Oh, this is probably one of your favorites.
Holy.
I know. The pier.
Not up here.
Well, under
This is
the
Emma,
rim.
is Emma Wood. This was an early watercolor. Just under an overpass at the beach. And this was fun. I just went there and I sat there and I painted the bridge, and the ranger came up to me and he wanted to check on me, make sure I wasn't doing anything too crazy, but he seemed nice. I wish I could show him this painting. I went and I left a picture of it, a print of it there on the post. And it's gone now, so someone always takes them. I usually will leave a postcard of the painting where I painted it, like the restaurants and stuff, and someone usually takes them. So I like to have those dispersed into the wind. But this is Emma Wood, very pretty. It's pretty early, so it's not my best work, but it has a place in my heart. Next!
Last but not least,
Last but not least, we have...
a bubble wrap.
I can't remember what we had. Oh, I know. The Last of the Restaurants.
So this is another one of the restaurants. Restaurant coming up.
This one I really like. This is the Last of the Restaurant series. This is Acapulco. And this is also now an abandoned restaurant, or it was at this time as well, but now it's got graffiti on the front. But I think this one's very pretty because I really tried to make it very bright on an overcast day. So I used very light colors, lots of white. And I let the yellow underpainting shine through for extra luminescence. But little tiny brush strokes everywhere. This is some of the tiniest brush strokes I've ever done. But I would always leave a postcard of this because this is near my house, and I think the high school kids take them when they walk by home down Victoria Avenue. But yeah, this is Acapulco. Every time I drive by it still, my dad talks about the Patron platter, get some tequila and some food, and he loved Acapulco. It was a good place. I love this building actually. It'd be cool to have this as your house. And they haven't ruined it yet, but they're gonna. once they sell it. And that's the end of my unboxing video. Thank you everybody for watching. If you like it, then I'm happy that you liked it. Bye!